All right, guys. Good afternoon to you and yours. Robert back out here with you on another catfishing trip. We're going to throw some skipjack out here. We're on my local lake here. Check the descriptions. You can see which lake it is. I put all my stuff in, try to get all my stuff like where I'm fishing at, what I'm using and stuff. I'm going to start trying to get better at putting all that in the descriptions and doing some more detailed stuff. So what we're using here today, this little application, I had a guy, I can't remember what his name was now, that sent me a message the other day wanting to know about my rigs and stuff and what I use, some of my gear. What I'm using is mostly Catfish Pro. Mr. Mike over at Catfish Pro, I hooked up with that guy, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago at the Catfish Conference up there in Louisville, Kentucky. And I got a couple of his rods, and I tell you what, this is the medium heavy rod with the reel. It's the 600 CTS, and then I use high vis mono. I believe I have 50 pound on this. Yeah, 50 pounds what I got on here, and then I use 50 pound on my leader. I use the same thing for my leader. Now my little rig here that I have, that I make these myself, of course, is it's just a little rocket rattle, is what they call it. It don't really have no use over here in the lake today, but I've had this on there whenever I was doing some catfishing at the river, and what that thing does is it sits down in there and spins like that right there and rattles. And then I have just a regular rattle, and then just a regular old peg float. I got the pig float from Tackle Bandit. I bought a bag of them, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago at the Catfish Conference from Tackle Bandit. These little rattles here, I actually bought off of Amazon years ago. They sent me a bag of like 100, and I still got over a half a bag. Just a regular 100 pound ball bearing swivel with, like I said, a leader. My leader's like 40 or 50 pound leader. And I do believe this here is a 8/0 circle hook from Catfish Sumo. Daniel from Catfish Sumo. That's what I have on this rig here. I've had these rods here, like I said, about 4 or 5 years. I'm gonna at least 4, maybe 5 years from Catfish Pro, and I've had no problems out of them. The only issue I had out of one of them was the brake, was something was hanging up in one of the brakes, and I got with Mr. Mike, and he told me what to do over at Catfish Pro. He told me what to do and stuff, and I had to do some adjustments, but other than that, I've had no issues out of these rods. The poles, never had any issues, never broke one. I put 50 pound fish in this boat, and in my old boat, I should say, down at the river. Never broke anything. They'll handle a big fish. I can't wait till I get that 100 pounder in there one day. I want to see how well it does then. But where we're fishing at here, it's going to be straight out the back of the boat here. I don't know, about 30-40 yards. It's going to be about 20 to 25 feet deep right there. I got a little spot back here that I've done pretty good in over the years. I've got a tree here beside me, and I got a tree in front of me up on the bank that I just tie to. That way my boat don't do this number in the back. But we're going to get a couple of these rods out here and see if I can hook on the one here for you guys. Let me spin y'all around here. And that's my skipjack. Some old frozen skipjack that I've had. I cut me up full of little pieces. We're using fairly small pieces of bait today. I don't want to get no real big baits on here today. I mean, I guess I could, but the last couple of times that I've caught some good fish, and that's kind of how I hook my bait up on my lines there. Let me get you guys back around here now. All right, get this dude here out. Last couple of times I've been out here, I've done good with small bait instead of the big baits. I don't know what, it's that time of the year. Before I started using skipjack over here, let me wipe my hands off here. I used to use chicken over here. And I done good on chicken. And I just cut up little chunks, about a quarter, a little bit bigger than a quarter, between a quarter and a half a dollar size. And I've always done good with that over here in the late fall and in the winter and early spring. So that's kind of where I'm going. Got a tree over here beside me. I got to watch out for that dude. I don't want to get him first thing. But we're going to throw these guys out there and let them soak for a minute. Like I said, hopefully we can get us a couple of big ones. Like to get me a big one. The biggest fish I've ever caught out here has been around 45 pounds or so. I'm sure there's probably some in here bigger than that. Rumor has it back in last summer, a guy caught a catfish over here, a blue cat, and it was 72 pounds. I seen pictures of the fish. I'm not going to say that the guy was lying, but that was an awful small looking fish for 72 pounds. He looked smaller than some of my 40s that I've caught over here, but I'm not saying that the guy is lying. But anyways, that's his story. But anyways, I'm going to get off here for a second and get these rods thrown out. These other 3 rods, we're going to try to fish with 4 rods. I got 2 more extra ones if I need to. I'm going to sit here for about an hour. If I don't get a bite in an hour, I'm going to put out 2 more. So anyways, let me get off here and put these other rods out, and I'll catch you back here in a minute when we got one on the line, hopefully. All right, guys, I think I forgot to tell you earlier, but anyways, in the video on my weight, I use a 3-way swivel actually, and I'll hook my main line, of course, on the top, my leader on the bottom, and then you'll have a offset one, barrel swivel. These are 3-way 100-pound barrel swivels, and then I just have a quick net release on there, like for a trot line or something. And I'm using 4-ounce coin sinkers today. Is what we're using over here. I know the lighting on this video is going to be a little awkward. I might have to probably get my camera situated around a little bit. But I noticed the last time I fished in this spot, because I always try to fish in the shade, the lighting, of course, ain't that good. But anyways, I just wanted to tell y'all, let y'all know about them 4-ounce corn seekers. Let me get this dude on out there. All right, guys, we got a fish on. I've been out here just a little over an hour. I was sitting there jacking around on the phone with my buddy that I used to work with, Mr. Neil Range. Hey, bud. But anyways, I've been sitting there jacking around with him for about an hour, really not paying no attention to my rods. Went to reel up some of my rods to check my bait on my rods. I got a darn fish on here. When I was talking to the guy on the phone, one of my rods bent over, and I reeled it up and checked it, and I missed him. I thought I missed him. I couldn't feel no fish on there. So I said, well, let me check these baits. Reeled this thing up. Hell, we got a fish on. It ain't a big one, but it is a fish. So we're going to call this a Neil Range fish. And I don't know how long he'd been sitting down there hooked, but he has swallowed this darn hook. I'm gonna say he swallowed it because I don't see the darn hook in his mouth. I'm gonna get my net because I'm scared that he may be just have this thing down in his belly and it's not actually hooked. So we're gonna try out this here hydro web Catfish Monsters dip net here and see if we can't dip this dude on up in here in the net. He's not fighting. So I don't know what's up with this guy. Let's see if I can get this dude up in his boat. Here. Good little old-sized channel cat. Nothing to write home about, but it's a fish anyways. I'll check and make sure I had my microphone on. I couldn't remember if I'd turned it on or not. But well, let's see what this dude's story here is. Yeah, he's hooked. He's actually hooked in the gills. Let me find me some wire pliers around here and see if I can't unhook this dude here. But get my grabbers here so I can grab him. Because when I get that hook out of him, he probably gonna start throwing a fit. When I go to try to get this. But I want to show y'all this here fish. I mean, he has flat swallowed that bait. I don't know how well you can see down in there. But he has flat swallowed that bait. I tell you what, this Mr. Fish here, I'm hoping I can get this hook out of him without hurting him. Because I want to throw him back, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. I may have to wind up cooking you, dude. I mean, he has swallowed this hook. I've never had a circle hook, one swallow a circle hook like this. Man. I tell you what, bud. Yeah. I am almost gonna have to keep this dude. Cause he ain't gonna make it. Yeah, he ain't gonna make it. It's down in there. He's bleeding so bad. I'm just gonna have to do what I can do. Get my hook out of him. I'd get to cut the line, but he's hooked in there so far down in there that whenever he bit it, come on out there, hook, man. I sure did not want to tear him up as bad as I did, but anyways, I got him out of there. We're gonna have to keep this dude. See if I can get up here and get a little picture with him. Get me a little thumbnail picture anyways. Let's see here. Yep. Try to get me a little picture with him. A little channel cat. I mean, like I said, he's not a anything big by no means, but I hooked him and the hook was way down here. I want to throw him back, but I know he's gonna die. So I hate to say it to you, buddy, but you're gonna get in the grease. But anyways, that's one. We caught him on our skipjack. Like I said, I've been sitting there jacking around on the phone for about an hour, and I just was reeling in all my lines. And whenever I was reeling this guy in, I thought I was reeling in grass. So we're going to put him in a live well anyways. And I guess we're going to be eating some catfish here in the next day or two. We're going to bait this line back up, get it back out there, and see if we can catch another one. All right, guys. Wrapped up that fishing trip there. We only caught that one little old fish. I sat over there, I guess, about 2 or 3 hours after I caught that fish. The sun went down. Of course, you can see it's dark. I forgot to do my little outro video before I left the lake over there. So wound up I thought about it about the time I got halfway to the house. I was like, man, I forgot to do an outro video. So I said, when I get to the house, I can park here in the driveway and do one here to the driveway before I put the boat here in the shed. But we fixing to put the boat up in the shed and plug it up. Maybe try to go fish again tomorrow. But anyways, I appreciate you guys watching. You made it this far in the video. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. That way YouTube will notify you. And guess what? It's free. I had some people ask me, oh, it costs money to do that. No, it don't cost no money to subscribe to somebody's page. It's free. So do us a big favor over here at John Boat Robert. Hit that, smash that like and subscribe button. We're trying to get to our 1,000 subscribers. And that way, once we get to our 1,000 subscribers, we can do a little bit more on YouTube here. It's just hard getting them first 1,000. And the reason you want to get to 1,000 subscribers is once you do 1,000 subscribers, YouTube will monetize you and stuff. And they'll start pushing. The more videos you put out and the more subscribers you have, the more YouTube will push your videos out to people and stuff. So I appreciate you guys watching. Of course, I'm fixing to get off here. Like I said, we just caught that one little catfish, and I gave him to the guy that runs the bait and tackle store over at the lake. He said he's going to cut him up and clean him and take care of him. So anyways, we're going to get off of here. Appreciate you watching. Peace.